Welcome to the news report brought to you by PalsFundamentals on YouTube.
And we're diving into the news from Iceland, Greenland, Shetland, and the Faroe Islands.
Focusing on politics and news from just the last 3 days.
Yeah, so let's get right to it.
Perfect.
Iceland first.
Okay.
Their unemployment rate hit 4.8% in January.
That's up almost a whole percentage point from last year.
It is.
Wow.
And get this, 14% of Icelanders actually live abroad.
Wow, really?
Most of them are in Denmark, Norway, or Sweden.
Makes sense.
But only one Icelander is officially registered as living in 13 other kind of random countries.
Oh, wow. Like where?
Oh, places like Angola, Belarus, Belize.
Oh, wow. That's really spread out.
Yeah, super interesting.
Okay, so what else is going on?
Well, the U.S. Navy nuclear submarine, the USS Delaware, just finished a service visit to Eyjafjörður.
Okay, and was it escorted by the Icelandic Coast Guard?
Yep, the vessel Freya.
It seems like we've been hearing about these visits a lot lately.
Yeah, this was the 6th one since they were authorized back in April 2023.
Interesting. Okay, so what else?
Well, there's a group of 9 protesters.
Okay.
They were involved in that demonstration last May against the Israeli military action in Gaza.
Right.
Well, they're now suing the Icelandic state.
Why?
They say their right to peaceful protest was violated.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's body cam footage that's come out. It shows an officer saying that using pepper spray was lively and fun.
Oh, wow.
And he also called a protester a damn animal.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not great.
All right, well, how about Greenland?
Not much to report there, actually.
Okay,
Nothing in the sources, anyway.
gotcha.
So let's move on to Shetland.
That's good.
The Northlink ferry services are still facing those disruptions.
Right, the dry dock delays.
Yeah, those. It's going to be going on until at least Wednesday.
Oh, man. And what about the Jutland ferry? It was flooded, right?
Right, that's also delaying its return.
Makes sense. And in Shetland politics, the island's council just voted to increase council tax.
By how much?
10%. For the next fiscal year, 2025-2026.
I bet the residents aren't thrilled about that.
Probably not. But hey, at least the Shetland Space Center got a big investment.
Oh, yeah? From who?
Danish billionaire Anders Paulsen,
Wow.
through his company Wild Ventures Ltd. He owns over half the shares now.
That's a lot of shares.
It is. Okay, let's move on to the Faroe Islands.
Great.
Big news there. Denmark and Norway agreed to formally cooperate on security and defense.
That's interesting. I wonder what prompted that.
Well, it includes drone surveillance around the Faroe Islands, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe. Okay, what else is happening in the Faroes?
Ingalind Strum, she's a Faroes parliament member. She's taken a month-long leave of absence.
Starting when?
March 1st.
Oh, wow, that's soon. And who's going to fill her seat?
Magna Merker.
Okay, and why is she taking a leave of absence?
Well, this follows her announcement last week that she didn't get any committee chair position.
Oh, so she's taking a leave because of that.
Yeah, that seems to be the reason.
Interesting. Okay, anything else from the Faroes?
Oh, yeah, there was this Kringvarp Føroya survey.
Okay.
It found that 12 out of 15 shops across the islands sold Snus to 15-year-old girls.
Snus.
Yeah, it's an oral tobacco product.
Oh, and that's illegal, right?
Yeah, you can't sell tobacco products to anyone under 18.
Wow, that's a pretty high percentage of shops breaking the law.
It is.
Okay, what else?
Well, the Faroes government wants to use that 700 million DKK.
From the Elagingar Grennarin, right? The investment fund.
Yeah.
Okay, what are they using it for?
Interest and amortization-free loans for the Vagar Airport and the Suðuroy Tunnel.
Oh, that's a pretty big project.
It is.
Okay, anything else?
Oh, yeah, last one from the Faroes. The Parliament's Ethics Committee concluded that Fisheries Minister Dennis Holm, he broke the law by changing regulations to make part of the blue whiting quota into a shared quota with limits.
That's complicated.
It is.
Okay, so we've covered Iceland, Greenland, Shetland, and the Faroe Islands.
Right.
Now let's move on to the weather.
All right, sounds good.
What can we expect?
Well, on Wednesday, there will be winds from the west with some gales in the Faroe Islands.
As that low-pressure system west of Iceland moves east, right?
Exactly. And a weak ridge of high pressure will pass over the Faroe Islands in the afternoon,
Okay.
bringing some unsettled westerly winds with gales, sometimes reaching winter storm strength.
Wow.
But temperatures should stay between 4 and 7 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so not too bad.
Not too bad. So tonight, south to southwest winds,
Okay.
light to fresh, about 3 to 8 meters per second.
Okay, and the skies.
Partly cloudy, some scattered showers possible.
Okay.
It'll probably increase to a fresh to strong breeze later, like 8 to 13 meters per second, shifting to westerly.
Okay, so what about the clouds?
Cloudy with some occasional rain showers. Wet snow or sleet is also possible.
And the wind?
Could reach gale force by the evening.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay, so Thursday, that fresh to strong breeze is going to continue west or southwest at 8 to 13 meters per second.
Okay.
Mix of clouds and sunshine expected. Still those strong winds and maybe some occasional sleet showers too.
All right, and the temperature?
Around 4 to 8 degrees Celsius.
Pretty similar to today then.
Yep. All right, Friday.
Okay.
Fresh to strong breeze from the south or southwest, 8 to 13 meters per second.
Okay.
But it'll increase to a strong wind, 15 meters per second later.
Wow. So what about precipitation?
You might see some sunny spells, mostly dry, but be ready for increasing cloud cover and rain moving in from the west in the evening.
What about the temperature?
A little milder, 5 to 9 degrees Celsius.
Okay. And then the weekend?
Saturday, fresh to strong wind from the west or southwest again.
Okay.
Speeds between 10 and 15 meters per second.
And gusts?
Could be up to 18 meters per second, some gale force in some places. Mix of clouds and sunshine with occasional showers.
Okay, what about the temperature?
Should be about the same as Friday, 5 to 9.
Okay. And Sunday?
Starting off with strong winds, maybe gale force from the southeast.
Okay.
13 to 18 meters per second. Cloudy skies with some rain or sleet showers possible.
Okay.
But good news, the wind should decrease to a fresh to strong breeze later, 8 to 13 meters per second.
Nice. And the temperature?
Pretty mild, around 5 to 9 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
So that's the forecast for the next few days.
Great. So that's the forecast then.
Yeah, that's it for the weather.
All right, so we've covered a lot today. Iceland's unemployment rate is a bit worrying, but I guess it makes sense with so many people living abroad.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how many Icelanders are choosing to live in other countries.
And the submarine visit, that's always a big deal. It's a reminder of Iceland's strategic location.
Definitely. And those protesters suing the state, that's a situation to keep an eye on. Freedom of assembly is so important.
Absolutely.
And then in Shetland, the ferry delays are frustrating for sure, but it's good that they're getting that dry dock work done.
Yeah, hopefully things will be back on track soon.
Yeah.
And that council tax increase is going to hurt some people's wallets for sure.
Yeah, but that Space Center investment is exciting. It'll be interesting to see what comes of that.
For sure. And in the Faroes, I'm curious about this cooperation agreement with Denmark and Norway. What does it mean for the region?
Yeah, it definitely raises some questions about their security concerns.
And it's great that they're taking the sale of Snus to minors seriously.
Definitely. We need to protect young people from harmful products like that.
Absolutely. And it's good to see the government investing in infrastructure projects.
Yeah, those loans for the airport and the tunnel will make a big difference.
And then there's that ethics committee finding about the fisheries minister.
It's important to hold people in power accountable for their actions.
Definitely.
So yeah, a lot happening in these North Atlantic regions.
It just goes to show that these islands are facing all sorts of challenges and opportunities.
Right, like economic changes, political shifts, social issues, and of course the ever-present force of nature with that wild weather.
It makes you think, doesn't it? With all these global events and partnerships, how will these unique cultures and traditions hold up?
Yeah, that's a really good question, one we should all be thinking about.
Absolutely.
So that's it for this episode of the News Report. As always, sources are linked below.
Thanks for listening, everyone.